I think this is literally the definition of a build-up slash transition slash training episode of Dragon Ball Super, because it's really, I mean, I think it's more of a training episode if you think about it, in the middle of the Tournament of Power. And I think story-wise, I would have appreciated if this episode had happened before. Like, for story purposes, I think it would have worked better if this sort of training session would have happened before the Tournament of Power. As far as I know, the fandom is pretty divided, I think pretty split in regards to its feelings towards Kale and Caulifla. I remember when it was first introduced that they could both go Super Saiyan, a lot of people were upset about the fact that they felt that both girls didn't earn their power-ups. And so maybe this episode is kind of like an attempt from the showrunners to try and make up for that in a way. The thing here, though, is that I feel like even the show is kind of undecided about what it's trying to do with Caulifla. Because, she starts going at Goku, right? Goku stays in base, during the beginning part of the episode. She stays in Super Saiyan 2 throughout the entirety of the episode. But it's a little bit painful because you realize that Goku is kind of, holding back throughout the entire thing. It's crazy. He's like, I can't transform right now. I'm trying to recoup, trying to get back my stamina. So the best that I can do, at least in the beginning part of the fight, is to stall you with base. And it's so easy. They make it look so easy. Base Goku stalling Caulifla, Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla, is just abnormally easy for Goku. Thankfully though, Caulifla does end up getting better as the fight progresses, and she actually manages to push base Goku back and actually push him to transform into Super Saiyan 2. And you want to give credit where credit is due, but then the people in the stands, I think it makes it obvious that the episode just tried a little bit too hard to hype Caulifla up. It's like, and I get it, I get it. I know why they're doing this. I know why they're setting up Kale and Caulifla to achieve Super Saiyan 3. It's because Goku doesn't use Super Saiyan 3 anymore. They want to do something with it, so they're going to give it to the girls. I think that's a very reasonable explanation, very logical way of going about using that transformation in the series. But at the same time, when you got people in the stands, you got Roshi praising this girl's adaptability like it's something like a miracle. It's like, dude, she's still in Super Saiyan 2 going up against somebody in base. Plus, Goku is literally drained and he's giving her time to adapt. How is that astounding? I need an explanation because it's a very conflicting feeling, because I don't want to overhype, I don't want to overpraise Caulifla, but at the same time, I don't want her to be a weakling. So it's a very conflicting thing. Not only that, but the thing that I thought was just flat out ridiculous / outrageous was the fact that I don't know what was wrong with Roshi in this episode. At one point, Roshi actually thinks that Goku is using Ultra Instinct in this fight against Caulifla. It's like, how would that even make sense? How could you even think that he was using Ultra Instinct? Come on, give me a break. I mean, no. That was just such a bad line for a variety of different reasons. Thankfully, Whis was there to clarify and tell him, no, first of all, he can't be spamming that thing just like it's nothing, just casually. That's not something that you attain so easily. It's hard enough for a god of destruction. Not only that, but, I mean, Goku doesn't need Ultra Instinct at this point in time to deal against, Super Saiyan Kale and Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla. But let's say, for argument's sake, that he did need Ultra Instinct to deal with both of the girls, it would still make no sense if he used it, because he's repeatedly saying, I'm drained, I'm recovering, I don't have enough energy, I just got done fighting Jiren. So it was, boy, that was just a horrible line, I'm sorry. But again, that's not to say that Caulifla was not putting in the work. She was putting in the work. I mean, she connects some stuff against Super Saiyan 2 Goku, so I definitely do not want to shortchange her either in this. Anyway, Goku also kind of plays his part in hyping Caulifla up, because he makes the evaluation that given her current level of strength, she may even go beyond Super Saiyan 3, which I really want to know what you think that means. Do you think she'll attain a level that's sort of near or around Super Saiyan God? Or is he referring to what we see in the preview, in which it's pretty much obvious that Kale and Caulifla are going to fuse together using the Potara earrings?
We see the, the picture of them here with the earrings. And plus, if you look at the opening, we do see like a character that is behind Jiren in the opening that has the earrings. So it could be that this character was planned way, way ahead of time, and that's the fusion of Caulifla and Kale. Also in the preview, Goku states that once Kale controls her Berserker mode, that's when she officially becomes a Legendary Super Saiyan. So I feel like that's something that's going to lead up to the fusion, because Caulifla, apparently, I think it's Caulifla who has the earrings. And I think it's going to be very interesting to see how they explain them using the earrings, because, there's a restriction against weapons and things that, like, heal you, like senzu beans. So, I don't know, I guess you could say that, like, earrings are technically not a weapon or a healing agent. Also, Zeno has like this tendency of being kind of forgiving when it comes to things that impress him from a power standpoint. So if the fusion impresses him enough, he might just like allow it and be like, it's okay, because you're cool. Let me ask you this. What do you think would be better? If both girls learned how to go Super Saiyan 3 and then fuse, or if they fused first and then powered up once they're one body? Because here's the thing too, according to the points that I made in the previous Dragon Ball Super review, like to me, I don't really even know if Kale needs to learn how to go Super Saiyan 3, because from what I can tell, Berserker mode already surpasses Super Saiyan 3. So it's like, I guess, is it only Caulifla who wants to go Super Saiyan 3? Because in this episode, she actually tells Kale, come over here, make this a 2v1 so that we can go Super Saiyan 3 together. But it's like, did you not see what she could do when she's in Berserker mode? Jiren had to interfere to blast her away to stop her because she was just that powerful. So to me, it's like, I think Kale is already technically should be stronger than Super Saiyan 3. But anyhow, Mr. 3 is back. Goku does indeed go Super Saiyan 3 momentarily, and I don't know if he was necessarily forced to transform, but he transforms because he's trying to tank some blasts. That was actually a combo blast attack with both Caulifla and Kale, so it wasn't just Caulifla who pushed him to go Super Saiyan 3, it was both of them at the same time. I will, however, full-heartedly admit that my favorite part of the episode was definitely the combinations between Caulifla and Kale that they use against Goku. There's one part where like Kale kind of grabs Goku by the neck, and she does that just as a distraction because immediately after she grabs him, she lets him go, flies off, and then opens it up for Caulifla to land some blasts. And then she comes in from behind and kicks him on the back. So I thought that was really cool. Also, I like the mirroring sort of dialogue that we get. If you read the dialogue on screen, you'll notice that both lines are pretty like synonymous of each other. They're very similar. And I think it's cool because it illustrates like the fact that this sort of power and the way that you go about increasing your power is very similar. It's kind of like ingrained within the Saiyan race. Champa was also pretty funny in this episode, I thought, just yelling out stuff and just kind of like having this back and forth with Beerus, and like Vado's kind of like, keeping him in check. But I also noticed how like this entire episode, it felt like the entire arena was empty aside from Kale, Caulifla, and Goku. Like aside from this guy, who is, I believe, from Universe 2, we really don't get to see a lot of like any of the other fighters. It just makes the arena kind of feel empty, like this vast empty space where Goku, Caulifla, and Kale are just free to train without interruption. So Kale goes Berserker mode by the end of the episode. And by the way, I love how it was Goku who initiated. I know I kind of made it seem as if like Caulifla was the one to tell Kale, come over here, which she did, but I think it was Goku, right? Goku was the one who initiated Kale's participation. He was like, well, you're getting pretty strong, Caulifla, but what about you, Kale? So I like the fact that, Goku was confident enough to invite Kale into the match. And I think Krillin's the one who says, like, that's how Goku does things. He wants to put that pressure on himself to surpass himself, even when he's in like Super Saiyan 2. And last, but definitely not least, and I'm kind of obligated to talk about this because of what we saw in the preview with the reintroduction of the earrings, is Vegito gonna come back? Is Vegito gonna come back to fight Jiren? He's gonna make a comeback after his fight against the Masu and be reintroduced because of the earrings. Because I can already like envision a scene where like Kale and Caulifla are about to get like eliminated. They're about to fall out of the platform. They're like, all right, I'm leaving these earrings with you guys. Win the tournament of Power Son Goku and then wish Universe 6 back into existence. We trust you, right, Kale? And then Kale has like this internal monologue saying like, I'm doing everything with sis, even disappearing. Just an all-around really fun,
good time for everybody involved. That's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, it was more of a build-up episode. Episodes like these are a little bit harder to review, but hopefully you enjoyed it. Please leave me a comment down below about what you thought about the episode. Like the video if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I do Dragon Ball Super reviews every Saturday night. Catch you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.